and it might need a shrink. So nasty that we nicknamed it King. One in the stink and two in the pink.
Hello, everybody. It's BNDWTH, and you are listening, and you see the Lord Nelson, and I love him. He's awesome. So keep on watching, keep on listening, and lots of love and metal, and have a great time.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters all around the globe, welcome back to Live and Loud with the Lord, hosted by yours truly, the big guy with the big show, the Lord Nelson, that is. Yes, indeed. And today, we're turning the volume all the way up for a true heavyweight of the music industry. This brother is a multi-platinum producer, a visionary entrepreneur, and a master architect of sound who has helped shape the culture from behind the boards and beyond the business. He's a businessman too, you better understand that. So, from crafting hits that move the streets to building a brand that stands on independence, integrity, and innovation, he's proof that greatness is built, not given. His journey is powered by passion, precision, and purpose. This young man represents the incredible Bandwidth Recordings, a label and movement that defines creative freedom and next-level execution. So please, get ready for a conversation about music, ownership, legacy, and what it really takes to win in this game, man. So all my brothers and sisters, turn your speakers up and your mindsets on as we welcome to the show the phenomenal Will Power. What's going on, bro?
What's good? Man, bro, that intro is gangster.
Hey, man, we got to get you right, man. I love my guests, man. I got to go in on them, man. I got to make sure it's right, man. So my first question always, my brother, is where are you from?
I am from Columbia, South Carolina, man. That is what I call home. I mean, I'm originally born out of California, man. But
you really from Cali? Yeah, really.
Yeah. I was born in Carmel, California, man, and but my father was military, so we got up out of there, and my entire family is in California though. So yeah. And then, with the exception of my parents, they're all on this coast now. But yeah, man. I mean, I call Columbia, South Carolina home because that's where I found myself in music, man. Graduated from high school there, man, and just like made some of my greatest friends and greatest relationships out of that town, man, and pretty much molded me into the, into my profession, into the producer that I am. So I claim that as home, man, and that's what it is.
Look at him answering all the questions before I can even get to it, man. It'll let you know how much of a professional he is, man. But it's all love. No, we still gonna do what we do, though, man.
I've been doing this for a while.
So Carmel, California, like Carmel, with Joe Sample Carmel song?
I think so, yeah, man. Yeah, for sure, man. And Clint Eastwood was the mayor there or some shit.
Yeah, that's right.
Something like that back in the day, you know. It's a small town. My family's actually from Seaside, but I was born in Carmel, which is right there next to Seaside. So, and it's just it's a great little community, man. Monterey, California, all of that. That's all the same area, man. And all my cousins, my grandmother, both of my grandmothers lived one block away from each other.
Wow.
Yeah, so my entire family is from. It's really called Seaside, but yeah, man.
The fact that you have, I'm sorry for cutting you off. The fact that you have that family over there, and then you have, you got both coasts. That's in you. Part of your DNA. That's love, man.
Nah, man, I love it. I really attribute my father being in the military, man, and to it helped kind of shape my personality and my ability to just kind of get in and out of places and, and try to just leave a place better than when I left than it was when I got there, man. That's my goal. So it's like I just got some really great relationships throughout the whole Southeast, man. Just had some really good times. So, yeah, man, I'm blessed in that way.
Indeed. So let me ask you this now. So, who was Will Power as a child, man? Who were you as a child? You're a
I
child
was
in your
on
teenage years. Who were you?
a straight knucklehead. Come on, man. I was out here going crazy, man. I was you know, I kind of had excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of had some struggles a little bit, coming up, man, just being knucklehead, man, and not really knowing what I wanted to do with myself. So, I was a little mischievous at times and
Yeah.
I got in a little trouble, man. But I got to give my father props because in my let me see, I might have been maybe 11 through 14. My dad had got stationed. We were living in Columbus, Georgia,
Yeah.
and my dad got stationed away, in the military.
Right.
And so for like 3-4 years, man, I was just out here doing the most, just trying to be a grown ass man, and I wasn't, and got in some trouble. But my dad saved my life, man. Like he just stopped what he was doing,
Mm-hmm.
came, scooped me up, took me with him. He was stationed in Louisiana. Went out there, was out there for about a year before he moved the rest of my family out there, and I did a couple years in Louisiana, just kind of rehabbing my attitude. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no drug issues or nothing like that, but I had a terrible attitude, man.
Right.
And my dad scooped me up, tightened me up, and man, my life changed in that moment. And I made some good decisions from there, and it just went down. You know what I'm saying?
That. So he was in the Army.
Yeah, he was in the Army. Yep.
So when you speak that, I'm a military kid just like you. So we were Fort Jackson, we were Columbus, Georgia,
yeah.
we were
Come
Fort
on,
Benning.
man. Fort Benning. Yep.
Yeah, man. Listen.
Yeah.
The memories I have of Fort Benning of the '70s, man.
Yeah.
Still to this day, I time machine back there. It's like it's some of the greatest times of my life.
Yeah,
being a kid on Fort Benning, Georgia, Booton Hill, Robinson Court. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So been there, been to Kansas. Fort Jackson was, and then he went to Augusta, but Fort Jackson was the last one where I was also.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Man, listen. So I'm feeling you when you say that, man.
Man.
Being a military kid has been I'm not saying it's all perfect, but it's been pretty great, man. I can't.
I mean, I wish more people had that experience because too many of my friends, man, I know grew up in the same 20-mile radius, man, and have never left or never experienced anything outside of that. So, it's kind of hard to make those adjustments when you're grown, man, and you already set in your ways or you set in whatever it is you know what I mean. So yeah, man, I'm blessed to have that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I was just thinking, as a kid, it sucks sometimes because, as soon as you got cool with everybody, you end up having to move. So that wasn't really a player. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It served its purpose, man.
I just think that it allowed us to know all the different races and cultures. And we were at this person's house or this person's house, and we weren't really worried about the color of skin back then, man.
For sure.
We had a good time. Everybody was together on our bikes and doing whatever we were doing, man.
Come on. Everybody was Army. That was it.
That's right. So I try to tell people a lot of times, man, when they speak about certain things, I said I can't really relate to it. I hear what you're saying. I said, but that wasn't my experience growing up. So and then once you get off that Fort system, you kind of start seeing things like, yo, man, wait a minute, what's going on?
Yeah, exactly. That's the same thing that happened. And that's really why I claimed South Carolina and Columbia, because that's where I ended up when my dad retired and they moved away and he kept going with his career. And I was just there as a young man, finding out my life, man, in Columbia, just me. Indeed. And I appreciate that as well because you know how it goes. Shit get real, man, when you get on your own, bro.
Yes, sir.
And I was just lucky. I was lucky, man, to have such a diverse group of friends and man, we knew a little bit of everybody, man. I came up on the Irmo side of town, which at the time was sort of like the white side of town.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we was 2 miles from Columbia High, which was, and that's a rude awakening if you coming from Irmo. So your friends end up being from all kinds of places. And then, I got homies from Spring Valley. So
of course,
I started to see the sauce a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It was just, and it started to just really kind of come together for me, man. And
Awesome.
That's one thing I can say, man, is if you're familiar with Columbia, bro, it's a big enough town to where if you were able to create relationships on each side of town, that's a large amount of
Yes, sir.
real estate to have, friends in and to have some impact in. And I was lucky, man. I mean, I got people on every side of
I
town.
do too. Yes,
You
indeed.
know what I mean? So, and that's why I claim it, man, because it taught me everything. And when I got to Atlanta, bro, it was like I was ready because I was already, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love, man. Love. Now, so let me ask you a quick question before I continue on. So, do you do know I believe you know my brother. You know Nitro?
Nitro, the name sounds familiar. What it was?
Thomas used to DJ used to DJ everywhere. He said Herb knows him well too.
I
Used to DJ at
know him,
Hot.
dog. Yeah, man. Come on.
So what's wild is that when I was doing my thing, and of course I'm still doing my thing, he always used to talk about you all the time. And so
Yeah,
I just say
man.
like, I was like, man, when you gonna get me over there, man?
When we gonna get hooked up?
So no, he's talking about you all the time. Nothing but respect for you. So yes,
How's he
indeed.
doing? How's he doing, man?
Oh, he's doing well down. He's down in Hilton Head, man, handling his business, man. You know, he's
Yeah.
got a radio station, man, an internet radio station that he's doing, man. So yeah, he's down there handling his business, man.
That's dope, man.
So
That's
it's
super
all
dope.
love. Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
love, man. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So let me move to this. So what was the predominant music in your household growing up?
Soul music. My dad was a record collector and just, a good old just 70s, 60s, 70s, like 60s, 70s, 80s R&B soul music guy,
100%.
man. And so, man, yeah, I got to hear a lot of that. I mean, just my dad was a avid car cleaner, bro. Like he still to this day, man, got the cleanest cars on the block. So, and now that I'm older, man, I realize he probably used to wash his cars just to kind of release and,
Peace of mind, yeah.
he get a peace of mind, man, because I do that now with my own stuff. I just kind of get out and I'll be like, damn, why am I out here doing this? It's just to do something. So,
Indeed.
but yeah, man, but that's it. He used to play everything, bro. And,
Everything,
just
yes.
everything, man. I mean, bro, from Earth, Wind, and Fire to Bell Biv DeVoe. I didn't care what it was. It could be anything. So,
Yes, sir. No, I feel the same way. That's what music is. That's what, once again, that military upbringing, man. We listen to everything.
yeah, man.
And so
Yeah.
it just added to what we had, man, a foundation, man. And
Yeah.
speaking of that foundation, do you feel that that environment and your early childhood experiences shaped your ear for music and
Oh,
your
of
drive
course.
to create?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But between my dad's music at home and church, yeah, man. I mean, I got a ear real quick. I like to think it was just a blessing, man. But I never really thought about it. But I was probably trained to know what I hear just by being around it so much.
Yes.
You know how it is, man. Like you don't realize how you learn chord progressions or how you learn what key something is in until you really listen to music. So
Right.
it was so prominent in my home that, yeah, man, that and hip hop. Bro, I had cousins, man, who was putting me on this stuff, man, way before they should have been. You know what I mean?
Right.
Two Live Crew, NWA, man,
Yes,
all that.
indeed.
And I remember distinctively, man, being one of the early people, man, to get NWA's first album when I was a child, because we used to go visit my grandmother in California, and that's when I got it. So I would put money on it that I was one of the first people to bring that album back to the East Coast when I was young, man.
Right.
And put all my friends on it. Next thing you know, it blew up, went crazy. But yeah, man. For sure. It shaped everything that I do because I didn't realize how much of a education I had in it. Yeah.
Awesomeness, man. Awesomeness. So when was the first time you realized that music was more than a passion and that it could become a profession for you?
I'd probably say that happened in high school. But I will say my grandmother had me singing in church at like 12.
Ah,
11, 12 years old.
yeah,
So
right.
I had already seen what it felt like, uh, to get to have people appreciate you as a singer.
Mm-hmm.
I used to get little solos and stuff in there, man. Just that reaction from people, man, kind of stuck with me.
Right.
Not that I probably shouldn't have been seeking that reaction in church, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're
But
human, man. Come on, man.
yeah, but man, just the way people reacted to me as a child when I was young and singing, that feeling came early of, hey, I really like the way this is, and then,
Right.
but high school, man, I was in like a little band and singing. We were like a singing group, everybody was on the whole, boys to men slash. We was all doing that shit.
Yes, indeed.
But man, yeah, it popped. We actually popped out of high school, man. I ended up being in a group, man, and we got real popular in school. From there, man, I don't know if you remember, man, but they did this big. Andre Harrell did this big contest called the Motown Talent Search.
Mm-hmm.
We won that, man. We
Oh, really?
won.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
What was the group called?
The group was called Beige.
Beige.
Yeah. I mean, you'll never find it.
No, it just sounds familiar to me, but go ahead. Yeah.
But yeah, man, our group was called Beige, and they did this big contest, and we didn't win the entire thing, but we won 10 acts, made it throughout the whole nation, and we was one of the 10 acts.
Wow. Now, that's big.
And we went and we performed on BET, man, the whole nine for Andre Harrell, man. And
Yeah.
that was what really activated it in a way that was like, oh, this is really a thing. But what got me into the production piece of it was Byron Counts. He's actually from,
yeah, of course.
so Byron, man, was the producer of our music. And
Oh, really?
at that time, I didn't know what a producer was. You know what I mean? We just used to go to his house, and it's the equipment was warm in there. It was just it was a fly feeling, man. And I was like,
yes, indeed.
that room in the back, man, he had with all the about 2,000 keyboards in there. This is crazy, man. But yeah, man. So he took us under his wing, but I really admired his job. You know what I'm saying? And what it was he was offering to us,
right,
as a coach. And not, at the time, it was like coach to me as opposed to a producer.
Right.
But from there, man, that's when I got the bug of like, hey, man, I kind of want to be on this side of it. I'm not really super interested. Not to mention, the group broke up, and I tried another group later, and that broke up. It's like I knew that, like, being in front of the camera, being in a group and trying to deal with all that shit, I didn't want those problems.
I feel you.
And I certainly didn't want to be a solo artist. So,
okay.
So yeah, man, I got into making music, man, and started making beats, and you know how I go, man. If you're not a true musician, a lot of times hip hop kind of pulls you in because you can be more creative without actually having to play keys or whatever it is. People, and that's what Byron used to be like, man, this ain't no music, man. Y'all ain't. He used to ride me because I couldn't, we wasn't that good as musicians, but we definitely was putting together some, putting records together. But over the years, man, I still, for a long time, I would hear his voice and how important it was to learn how to play instruments and figure it out and yada, yada. And so I got better at all of it, man.
Yes.
And, now I'm able to do a number of things. Now, I'm certainly not the type of musician he is, of course.
Right.
And, there's a huge difference between what they know how to do and what I know how to do. But I've been successful with what I do. So
of course, man, you just riding the wave, man. No, I get it. I've got some friends who are like, listen, Byron. Quick little story with Byron, man. I used to go over there and just do some stuff with Jay Hart. I don't know if you really know Jay Hart.
Oh man, yeah, for sure.
So Jay Hart's my guy. So Jay always had that jazzy feel, And so this is a few years ago, but man, whenever I would go over to Jay Hart with some of my other guys, with Blast and Sean and Wilson and man, we go over there.
Yeah.
And I would just freestyle to all his stuff. And they would just look at me like, man, what's up with you? I was just like, I'm vibing. I don't know what you guys not vibing. I'm vibing to this. And I was a little bit older than them anyway.
Yeah.
But those are my guys. So I freestyled like 15 songs. I said, Jay, just keep playing them. and I
Yeah.
freestyled like 15 songs, man, that they would still listen to, still smoke to, do all stuff to, right? And so Byron was like, he did what? You know, this is when I really first met Byron. My brother knows him and everything like that. But when I first really met him, he was just like, man, are you on drugs? I was like, nah, man. I said, nah.
I just like to rap.
I just love music. I said, music is my joint, man. That's what I do. I said, I love music, man. And he was just like, man, you got to be crazy. I can't even think about how you just did all of this. I said, Byron, man, this is what I do, man. But anyway, Byron's a cool fella, man.
Yeah.
Respect to him, no doubt about it. So let me ask you this. So as a multi-platinum producer, you are that guy creating for some of the biggest artists, you know, the Eminems, the Yellow Wolves, the Wiz Khalifas. Woo! And then if you see behind me, you got Timberland behind. Listen, you know what I'm saying? So you've seen, you know, artists of all time, just successful artists. So at the highest level. So what has the journey taught you about discipline, patience, and self-belief in yourself?
It taught me you can't do it if you don't have those things. Like, you gotta have discipline. You gotta have belief in yourself. You gotta be able to get in a delusional place sometimes, you know, because people who haven't done what you're trying to do will be there to tell you that you can't, you know.
Man,
and so
I love that.
I've learned over the years, man, to just cut the noise off, man. And sometimes it's super close people to you, and that sticks, you know, because like you don't want to shake up things sometimes, but like you got to. If you really sold out to something, you gotta see it through. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that requires discipline. It also requires like crazy, man. You know, because I'll be the first to tell you, man. I got several homeboys out the Met, man, that are better producers than me, even to this day. You know what I mean? I think to this day, I think they are still some of the guys that I look up to. You know what I mean? But I think that the difference between me and maybe them, and this is no shade to any of them. I just think I was just crazy. I just felt like I was crazy. At the end of the day, it was like I didn't care. I was crazy. I was like I had sold out to the delusion of doing what I wanted to do, you know, and I did that. And so there you have it. You know, I eliminated the luck factor because I think of course, luck is necessary. It's all luck, you know, because God ain't gonna it is what it is. That God put it together. But at the same time, I think in order to strike with luck, you got to be snapping with that delusion, and you got to be done sold out to it for it to make sense.
Yeah, you went all in.
I went all in.
This game, you went all in, man. It was like, hey, listen, I want it all. And that's what I'm saying. I got the respect for you because not everybody's built for that. And just everything that you just said, it just speaks to that. Not everybody is built for that. Not everybody can just say like, hey, I'm going to handle this. I'm going in. Like you moved from you moved from Atlanta to Nashville.
Yeah.
What made you do that? What made you change the change of scenery? What was that about?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got a great wife who saw it was time, you know, and it was, man, you know, and I'm just a person who once I decide on something, I move on it. And, you know, I did 20 something years in Atlanta, and, you know, in certain circles, man, it would be considered home for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
But Atlanta's funny about that. So you can't just be out here claiming Atlanta. If you wasn't born in Grady, man, they're not trying to hear that shit. So, you know, I'm gonna leave that alone. But I have definitely earned my place in Atlanta, you know, and hopefully that sticks. You know what I'm saying? But
you left your stamp there, man, no doubt.
Yeah, man, I did my thing there, man, and in a lot of ways too. Like, you know, I did a lot, you know, with all of the types of different media and stuff. When I moved there, I brought a TV show there and went from that into content creating and all kinds of things. But But man, once you run your course, one thing that I've always been smart about, at least I think I've been smart about it, is knowing when it's time to go something else. So I'm a firm believer that if you've been in the record industry long enough, you know that the record industry kind of moves.
Right.
When I first came into the business, everything was in New York. So guess where I went? Guess where I went?
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
That's how I got my start. I went to
Yes.
New York. And then New York, 9/11 happened. It got weird up there. So I came on back to the Met, did my time there to kind of get better. Because when I went to New York, that's when I really found out I wasn't quite ready, to be completely honest. Because,
Got you.
I got put in the room with like K-Def, and them dudes was showing me, they were whooping me, bro. Like, man, I could hold my own, but
Yeah.
it's still a difference being in the room
Life
with
lessons.
people.
Yes.
Man, look, come on, man.
course.
So, but then from there, Atlanta was popping. So I moved to the A, and fortunately, man, the A has been holding it down since then.
Right.
But every now and then we pop out to LA because LA got this going on, and you
course.
can't get this nowhere else. You got to come to LA for it. And honestly, man, I think Nashville's next. I think
Nashville's always been there, man. Always.
it's always been here, but I think what people don't, or what people thought or still think, is that it's a country town.
Right.
But it's really not. It's a music town.
Right.
Yeah. It's not called, music, country music city. It's called Music City.
Music City. 100%. Yes.
And historically, what people don't realize, man, is that, it was even named after the Fisk singers.
Oh, really?
So it's called Music City because of black folks. It ain't it ain't had nothing to do with no country music.
Right.
But respectfully though, country music is alive here, and it's a huge genre. But
yes.
But I'm not that didn't scare me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was looking at it like, yo, I need to go where the music industry is starting to show its face, and like diversity is showing its face. And for me, something I had to consider that I think makes it make sense was, in 20 years in Atlanta, I never took a professional music meeting with a label, with any large entity in Atlanta. And that kind of hit me different, because I'm like, wait, I've been here all this time, but like, there's only one type of business seemingly that you can really get into in Atlanta, and that's on the creative. Like, it's a huge creative hub, but it's not a huge hub for like business and deals and big business, And so I think Nashville offers that. I was like, there's an actual music row out here where, Sony, Warner, BMG, BMI, they all got their main offices here. So
really? Yeah, I didn't even know that.
man. Yeah, bro. So like, taking a meeting is a real thing. Like, you actually pulling up, paying for parking, going inside, talking to somebody, presenting. You got another level of opportunity in front of you, as opposed to just being like the most talked about hot producer in town that everybody want to get beats from. Because that, in my opinion, them days are done. It's like so many people doing beats. It's like, bro, it's like, what we talking about? They gonna go for Buddy with the lowest,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yes,
So,
sir.
So that helped me make that decision, man. And I'm a little upset that I didn't come earlier.
Yeah.
Because I did. My studio in Atlanta, man, was
an amazing studio. Let me say that.
It was amazing, man. And my run with it was amazing. Like, we got a lot done, and we definitely etched ourselves in the the history of the community with that. But it was truly my last chance. It was like a Hail Mary to try to figure out how to elevate what I would consider a successful run for me.
Okay.
Because of course I had all of my placements, and my work was doing its thing. But like, if you're a producer and you really know the business, you know that is sort of ebb and flow. So it's like, You got moments where you killing it. You got moments where you ain't killing it. You know what I mean? So what about all this time in between? And what about all this opportunity that you leaving on the table because you got your face in a drum machine all the time and you're missing all these opportunities. So it was like a business, it was a business move for me to try to get the studio going, build up a community, yada yada whoop whoop. And it worked, man. But after a while, it hit a ceiling, and I was like, you know what? Let me get back to getting on this music because I didn't want to be a studio owner. I didn't want to. I didn't want to live in that space.
Right.
I didn't mind it. It was fine, and the studio was doing fine. But I still got more to offer from a producer standpoint.
Got you.
And so I wanted to get out of that, really come to Nashville, buckle down, and try to launch my label. And not just say it, but actually launch it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Actually get funding, actually do the things that I really want to do, you know, and that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm up to out here.
Yeah, you stepped into another arena, man, of making it happen for yourself. And once again, when I have guests on and you guys are speaking about the business side, man, I'm listening so intently because man, you know, listen, even at my age, I'm still I'm doing my best to be the best that I can be. Because I love the music so much. And, you know, people still are like, man, you just love. I said, yes, I love music, man. It's nothing greater than that. You know, I'm in an elevator listening to elevator music. And one of my boys, Cabo San, he looking at me like, man, are you in I was like, man, do you know how dope that is playing right there? He's like, what are you doing, man? I was just like, you guys have no idea. It's just in me. It's just what I feel, man. I love it, man. So speaking about all of that, which is great, man, thank you for all that information because that was a great answer right there. So the bandwidth sound to me is a distinct sound. So how did you develop your sonic signature? And do you feel having a clear creative voice is important more than ever today?
Yeah. I mean, man, look, I just, you know, it's like playing a horn or playing playing a guitar, man. Like after a while, you kind of got your own style. Like, I got some music about to come out, and it's an instrumental project. And I sent it to a few homies, man, and one of them actually hit me back and was like, "Bro, I cannot pinpoint your influence," you know. And I thought that was a really dope compliment, even if he didn't mean it as a compliment. I don't know, you know what I'm saying?
No, it was yours.
It was like, yeah, it felt good to be able to say, yeah, man, you know, I've got so many influences that like, yeah, you probably ain't gonna know where I got my stuff from because I've got 25, 26 years, man, of just being myself in this and just like figuring it out. Like, I mean, I'm currently now pitching for like the Rick Ross album, and I have to sit back and tell myself sometimes that like, yo, man, I know what he already got. I gotta just sing what I do.
That's right.
Cause I don't know that I'm gonna nail it if I try to do what anybody else did before. And I failed at that before. I've definitely tried to make the project by, you know, well, that's the Rick Ross sound or the T.I. sound. Like, oh yeah, well, you about to jam yourself up. If you don't send them the willpower sound, then you probably ain't gonna make this album because somebody else already got that other stuff. You know what I mean? So really, man, my approach and the way I look at it is I just try to be as true to my own creative freedom as possible, man. And you know, the only rules that I think exist, man, are that, you know, it lands inside of the scales that we like as, you know, as musicians, you know, and that could change wherever you are. Because if you're in the Middle East, that scale is different than it is you know, and if you're in Detroit, that's different than what it is in Atlanta. If you're so it's kind of like wherever you at and whatever you're doing and whatever you got access to in your brain to unlock, that's how you get your sound, man. So there'll never be another Miles Davis, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Period. And there'll be a bunch of people trying to be Miles, but they ain't gonna be Miles.
Can't be Miles, man. Listen, I bring this up a lot, and you speaking about what you just said is very, very important. So I don't know if you ever saw it, but Quincy Jones was being interviewed by Chuck D a few years ago, many years ago now.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget it. I always say it. Quincy Jones told Chuck D, he said, listen, I tell musicians this right here. Grab 10 things from 10 of your favorite artists. 10 things, one from each of them. And when you have done that, you will have your own style. It'll be your own sound. And so, when you were saying what you were saying, all these years that you've been listening to music, the way you grew up, and all those different sounds, whether it be rock and roll, hip hop, R&B, country, whatever it is, jazz, classical, you have morphed all that into that bandwidth sound and that willpower sound and doing what you do. So, man, once again, when you were saying it, I was getting chills because I was just like, yes, he is there. You understand that very clearly, my brother. So now you handling business, man. And just like you said, with watching those videos, and I have some of them playing behind me, man. You know, I hope you don't
I'm looking at that. That's fire, bro.
I put in my work, man. I got to do what I do, man.
I like it. I like it a lot, actually.
So you got the one thing where the people are running and then the dog and then listen. So when I was listening to the music, when I was on your Instagram page, I was just like, oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man. And then what am I doing?
Yeah.
Yo.
See there, you about to start.
I couldn't help it.
Yeah. Man, well, look, I mean, bro, this is the crazy thing, man. This project has been in the making since probably 2016. I think I told Tessa the other day that I found a mock cover of it 2014. So I've been talking about it for years.
Right.
But I started producing it, just kind of had beat, because I got thousands of beats in my drive, man. And so I'm trying to enter into a space, man, where I'm just like, you know what? This ain't gonna sit on my drive. I'm gonna put this stuff out. So but she really encouraged me to like stop messing with it, man. Like go and put it out.
Yeah.
I got like some vinyl coming. I'm only gonna do like a little 200 copies of the vinyl. But I'm gonna try to keep it humble, man, and just, slowly try to build into like a following for just my production with no top line artistry on it or nothing like that, because I think, man, the world is just in a really crazy place. And as much as I love top liners, sometimes I feel like the messages are not aligning with the world right now. So I just want to put mine out there just so people can imagine what they think it would be. And then, of course, there'll be MCs like yourself and people who are really creative who are going to do cool things with it. And I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, have fun, man. But I think essentially, man, I just want to see if I could, just spark. I just want to inspire and spark ideas with this music. And I did something really cool, man. I got like some really cool skits and stuff on it, man. It's a really creative piece, man. So I think people gonna enjoy it.
Well, I'm looking forward to when it coming out. And listen, I'm, a lot of times I tell people, man, we got connections and friendships and things like that, but I'm going to look forward to buying it when you go put it out. I want that. Yeah. I want to buy. I'm going to purchase my own. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it.
Yeah, just like I told Cosmo, I said, Cosmo, I just need you to sign, because I had Cosmo on my show too, Cosmo D from Nucleus. Yeah. I was like, Cosmo, Jam On is one of the greatest songs to pack a dance floor ever. And I was just like, man, send me. I said, I want to buy it. I just want you to sign it.
Yeah.
I just want you to sign it, man.
Bro.
Because all these are our heroes from, and when I was young, of course, my brother doing shows and stuff, he introduced me to these people, you know? So I met Run DMC, I met Cosmo, I met Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, all of these people. So so that's me from way, way back when. As a youngster, seeing this music and being so thankful and grateful that I had the opportunity. I thank my big brother for it. I really do. But man, it's just, oh man, it was good, man. I'm telling you, I got goosebumps of you just speaking the truth. And ladies and gentlemen, you got to listen. If you guys are creatives, if you're musicians, this episode right here is really so much for you guys also, man. This young man, the great Will Power, is doing work, man, and I love it, man. So as an entrepreneur, how do you balance creativity with ownership, and what common business mistakes do you see artists and producers are still making?
Honestly, I think not seeing it through is the biggest mistake. I think that most of my success came from just staying power, man, and just staying relevant constantly evolving with whatever's going on, you know, like and I just keep my ear to the streets, man. Like I'm always checking out the new, you know, I try my best not to do any hating on the young folks. And I'm listening to them going, that's really cool, man. I probably wouldn't do that, but it's really cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think, man, just continuing to be gracious and having gratitude about it all, man. Cause I'm lucky, bro, to be still out here and like still have some impact, man, when I do stuff. Cause bro, it's some really talented people out here, man. And so I heard Pharrell say something one time, man, that just stuck with me. And it was like, with all these dope producers, man, like him, Timbaland, and a few others, they just was lucky, man. And they're grateful for that. It's like, you know, God could have carved out anybody for those few positions. But, you know, and I feel the same way. And I haven't had what I would consider nearly as much success as like a Pharrell. But, you know, in some people's eyes, man, I am their Pharrell. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Exactly. So I think that I'm grateful for that. And what I'm trying to do now, man, is just like stay focused in that. And I think that that's the mistake that most producers make, that don't get what they want, or you know, I just think you got to stay in it. And as far as the business is concerned, man, like you should just be learning. Like so many people are out here afraid to make mistakes, but I'm like, but that's how you learn the business.
Yes, sir.
Like I got screwed over enough to know that I ain't finna let nobody do that no more. And I also learned that I ain't gonna do that to nobody. So, you know, and after a while, you start to realize that you can put guardrails on what you're doing, and you can protect yourself. You know what I mean? And for me, you know, I'll give up one of my secrets, man, to my success. I've always had a good team. Like I've always had a few of like secret sauce people around me who don't get the look they need. They don't get talked about enough. I mean, you know, it's not that they didn't get their credit. It's just that, you know, some of those positions are not, they're not shiny, man. You know what I'm saying? So
those be the most important ones.
Like for instance, you know, my wife Tessa, man, who has been with me now, you know, since 2017, helping me build this out. And my career turned around. And most of it is because of what she's, you know, added to it. You know what I mean? And so I've always managed to have good people around me. You know, I don't know if you remember Tasha from back in the day.
Yes, I was going to ask you.
Yeah, yes. She's still in our circle, man. Gotcha. And she's not really doing music much no more, but but it's certainly like still 100% down for anything we got going on.
Right.
And it's just having people like that in our lives, man, who have continued to help build it. So I think, you know, if you want to run a business, man, you can't do it by yourself. And too many people trying to do it by themselves. And it's like, you just ain't got you won't have I don't know how to put it, man, but you can't really see that far down the road by yourself. You got to have somebody down. You go see as far as you can, and then have somebody standing there to look down a little further.
Right.
And then if you can do it, put another person down there, get them, you know.
So you might need to stand on somebody else's shoulder, or they might need to stand on your shoulder so they can see further down the way. Listen, man. That is just, man. So Corey Lowry, my boy, used to be in Stuck Mojo. He plays guitar for Seether right now. Okay, of course, Seether's gigantic. They traveling, touring, doing all over. But that's one thing. When I had him on the show, is what he said to me. He was like, "Lord," and we've talked on the phone. He's like, "You gotta have a team, man. Yeah, the team is so important." And I think that's something that, you know, a difficulty that I've had like my homeboys and stuff like that. But, you know, you got to have people that believe. They're like, yo, you dope. But you got to have people that believe. They got their own lives going on and stuff like that. You know, not everybody can commit to what you're doing. Yeah. You know, they all got love for me and they're just like, yo. But to have that with you and the people to encourage and to be honest with you, because not everybody believes in that vision that you have. They can't.
Yeah, and it's not easy to build teams either, man. Because like Luckily, man, I've had lifers, man, people who like really love music, want to have some impact in music, and really want to do music. You know
Right.
what I mean? They want to be on the business side of it, or they want to be on the creative side, but like they have, I guess I kind of require that in the way I move. It's like,
Yes.
you can hang out with me, but if you ain't one of them people who gonna get up at 10 a.m. with me, and I mean, we probably only gonna be cool a certain kind of way.
Wait, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because 2 a.m. we got to get something turned in, or
Yes.
like if you talk to Irvin, you'll see that I talk to Irvin probably 6 days a week.
Right.
Literally, I probably leave him alone on Sunday. That's about it. You know what I mean? And then and sometimes he get my call on Sunday because he didn't take care of something on Saturday, so I'm on the phone. But that's really just how we are, man. And we've
Yes.
been that way. We've been that way 20, 25 years. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no doubt.
so it's really about that, man. And when I say team, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Right.
I got I got Tessa who's doing all my project management, and she's A&R for me and
Awesome.
all of that good stuff. And we've partnered on, in fact, Bandwidth is not just mine anymore. She's actually my partner now. So
Love, man.
yeah, so we got that going. And then of course Irvin is right there. He does all my mastering.
Yes.
And I've got my buddy Matt Hayes, who's been doing my mixing for years. I'm starting to mix a little bit myself, but I still rely on him heavily.
So you really do have that team, because I thought, listen, other than the mastering with Irv, I thought you were doing everything.
Man. I mean, I'm very capable, but I don't, because I just learned a long time ago, man, that like, you're gonna get the best out of it when you got the best people doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because, bro, I mean, I got enough programs out here to where I could master my records. That don't mean it's gonna be the greatest master, though.
Right.
I
Irv's
could.
great at it. He's great
Yeah.
at it. Yes,
I mean, now as far as mixing is concerned, I have taken on that because for almost 20 something years, I never even had an interest in it. But now I do, because I'm also trying to define. So I already had a sound, but now I'm trying to define the sonics of it.
Love
like
that.
It's like, yes. Now I'm like, I really care about it all at this point. So I'm trying to get in that space too, man. And I'm also doing I'm multi-genred right now. So it's like I'm having to learn things. So
I see it. Yes.
Yeah. So
and I applaud you on that. I said, look at him. While I was doing my little research, I'm looking at it, I'm listening. I said, look at this dude right here. I said, I love it. I love it. Because that's what it's supposed to be. You've opened yourself so much to so much more, and then you can reap the benefits of it. You see it coming in. Because there's talented people everywhere.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Really, and then you have put yourself in a position to be even more successful than you are, man. So once again, I applaud you, and I respect it, man. I respect it. I want you to really know that, man. So
yes, sir. Thank you.
So you've stayed relevant in an industry that seemed like it changed overnight, because it with all the streaming and everything like that, it's just crazy. So what keeps you hungry and evolving without losing your identity?
Well, the main thing is this is all I do.
Right.
You wake up every morning going, I still got to pay these cards off. I still got I got bills. So, I managed to, I don't know how to put it, man. I managed to keep it creative, but also know that it's important to know where the business is going, because that's kind of where that's how I make my money. So like, there's no way that I could have stayed relevant if I didn't see that streaming was coming. Cause see, like, this is the thing, man. It sucks when you starting from scratch, right?
Right.
So you can't talk a person into getting into streaming, man, when they ain't been getting streaming. They just starting to get streaming.
Right,
like, it don't really work that way. But like, if you've been in streaming since 2012, your idea of what a streaming check looks like is way different. Right. You know what I'm saying? Then it's way different than what it is if you just getting started, man, and you trying to pay your bills off 0001.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
When you got like artists out here and you got your name attached and you getting master royalties or just you making money off of records that are doing 30, 40, 50 million plays,
That was right.
that's a little bit different. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so those are the things that you just got to always do. Like right now, the whole conversation about AI, I would tell everybody who's talking shit about AI to chill out.
I was going to ask you about it. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm like, chill out with all that, y'all. Like, if you know, like I know, you might want to get your hands in some AI. You might not need to go sell out to AI, but like, you crazy if you ain't got AI in your workflow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you just crazy. I don't even know how to explain it. It would be the same thing as saying when streaming came out, oh, I'm gonna keep printing CDs.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Keep on printing CDs, bro. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with printing CDs, but I'm telling you, bro, you finna be the only one printing CDs. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's how I look at all of this. So it's like, you know when something's a fad, but you also know when something is actually it's technically changing
Right.
the way things are being done.
Indeed.
And it'd be one thing if it was just music, but it's like, bro, AI is popping up everywhere. So it's like, bro, if you think this is the only industry that ain't gonna accept it at some point and ain't gonna be using it at some point, you are the problem. So that's what it is. To me, it's just like, I want to stay relevant, man. And you can't stay relevant if you're not up on what's going on. Like, bro, I bought this damn MPC Live.
Yeah.
It's not because I need it. I just want to be able to still. It matters. It matters, man, because when everybody jumped on FL and we was out here laughing at them fools, man, we didn't know that FL was going to go on a fucking 15-year run.
Yes, sir.
And everything coming out hot was done on FL.
That's right.
You over here talking about Logic, and I was one of them. I was like, man, bump that bullshit. Nah, I just be... I'm like, see, you should at least got the program, at least. You feel me?
I do. Listen, I do feel you. Youngster, way back when, I'm no producer like that, but he's just like, yo, man, it's FL Studio, man. I'm going to give it to you, man. I'm going to put it on the program.
Man,
I'm a writer. I'm a creative. I'm an MC. I was just like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I don't have time to do that. And then it was just like, yo, that's crazy.
That's crazy. And I love it. I think that's all you need to know, man. It's like, bro, these young folks, man, we was young folks at one point, and when we was out here crazy, listen, I mean, people like Byron, man, he did not believe me when I told him and did not really see that I was on to something.
Right.
I was told a lot of things that wasn't gonna work. That all worked out. It all worked out. And it's like, it's because you gotta listen to young folks, man. You got to. And I think that's especially in music, because it's like, that's where it's at. It's a young man's game.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Doesn't mean OGs ain't eating. It don't mean OGs ain't got no say or nothing. It just means that the life of this thing is still in the youth.
It's still in the youth, 100%. No doubt.
So you got to feed that, bro. And you got to know what they talking about and what they listening to. Or you could still be trying to, do whatever.
Now, I listened to my son. My son and I got to go with his podcast. He was just like, damn, you should have been on our podcast over here. And I was just like, yo, I said, yeah, you got to put him on Live and Live with the Lord, man. I said, I've been trying to get Will for a while, man. I said, you got to chill. I said, but if you want to come on, you good. But it's all love. But he has always kept me up on music. And now he's getting a little older now. And he was just like, Dad, even when I'm listening to these new dudes, he said, but yet still, the youngsters are laughing at me. He said, now I'm feeling a little older. You know?
I mean, I'll tell you what I don't do. I don't let it dictate I don't let it dictate my steez. You know what I'm saying? Like, I honestly still do me.
Right.
But I'm very aware of the
What's going on?
technology, and I
Yeah.
found out how to implement it
Into what
into
you're
my.
doing. That's right.
That's what I'm doing.
You might hear
You
something
know,
fantastic. Yes, indeed. I got you.
yeah, and
I
that's
got you.
it, man. Yeah,
And just like, with Timberland being, and hearing Timberland talk about it like that,
yeah,
like the things that he's doing. And it's like, look at the level he's on also. And you're
yeah,
there right there with him, and you're seeing and understanding and listening and paying attention and getting that
yes,
knowledge, being a sponge and soaking it up. And that's what a lot
yes,
of people don't do. And just like I was going to say, my boy Tony Morton, I love him to death, man. So talented, music degree, master's in music. He's a jazz guy, but he's a jazz purist. And he
yeah.
always used to talk. I was like, Tony, man. I said, these kids don't care nothing about what you
They
talk
don't
about
care nothing
right
about
now,
all
yo.
that. Yeah,
They
exactly,
doing
bro.
now, man.
Yeah,
I said, this is kind of what we got to do, man. But anyway, man, no,
yeah.
listen, man, you done dropped so many gems on here. It's just crazy, Will, man. I'm just trying to tell you, man. So we're getting close to the end. So looking back, what was the most difficult decision you had to make to protect your vision, and how did that moment change your path?
Oh man, it's been several obstacles. I think the hardest part is just like having to separate yourself from people you close to get things done sometimes. You know what I mean? I think that's tough, you know, knowing how many people, man, have been there but can't go with you type of stuff. You know what I
Right,
mean? So, also for me, man, like the major obstacle for me has been artist development and having an artist stick it out.
yes.
I've been probably heartbroken probably enough times that where the average person would have quit doing music if they had to deal with what I've dealt with as far as artists are concerned.
I remember two of them, man. I was like, they're
Yeah.
going, they don't go. And then I
Yeah,
was
but
like, yo,
yeah.
yeah.
Nah, man. And I mean, the sad part about it, man, is like it's never been more than a 24-hour moment that I've seen it go from 100% going forward to absolutely nothing.
That's crazy.
24 hours.
That's crazy.
It's a very few times, no time actually, in any of this was there like an incident or something was coming down the line or somebody got screwed over. Nothing like that. It just sometimes, I mean, bro, I've seen people wake up and be like, I don't want to do this no more. And have a whole bunch of reasons why. And it's like, what? Oh, that's crazy. And then the part that's really tough is watching them come to a complete halt from the decision.
Yeah.
It's like nothing else happens from there. And
Wow.
and I've never in my career spoken publicly to anybody about how I felt or what happened. So it wasn't no block. In other words, there was never a block put in, never a blackball, never you shouldn't do this, that with that person. I didn't do none of that. I don't do that. I let everybody who ever decided to not keep going, I let them have it their way. But I always knew, man, I was like, I'm also not a person who's going to argue about what my contribution to something is because I know what I do. I know what my contribution is. Like I said, I like to call myself a multidisciplinary. I figured this one out a couple of days ago. But I'm like, man, being that I do beats, I also do photos, I also do video, I also do design, I also do web design. Like, bro, I'm 25 years of like really mastering several different things in what I do. And so to have me on your team to trying to help you do something, it's like, bro, you just saved yourself 10 people.
Right.
Because I'm either gonna do it and I'm gonna do it at a high level, or I got people that's in my circumference that are that high at levels. Like most people cannot believe that me and Irvin are partners in the mastering business that has, I think he told me the other day he's up to like 8 to 10 billion streams. Something crazy. He's got 30 something plaques, man.
Yes,
and people don't know that that's like one of my best friends.
That's right.
He don't, yeah. But
That's
I'm like,
so cool
but
about
see,
it.
but that's my circumference. That's my circle of friends.
Yes.
That to the average person, man, is like way up there on the spectrum. But to me, it's just my brother.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
100%.
so that's that. And that's why I think, if I had to say is anything that was like tough obstacles, that's it. It's like really trying to find the right people who are not just in it for the quick thing, man. Like,
Right.
hey, bro, like, you know what? It's this gonna take us 5 years to.
Right.
You want to reach the world in what, less than 5 years? You tripping, bro.
Right.
You tripping. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can't even get to a championship, man, in one season.
No, sir.
Unless you LeBron.
Well, let's say Michael Jordan. We go.
Michael Jordan. Yeah, we definitely gonna say Michael Jordan. We gonna say Michael Jordan. I'm with you.
Okay. No, I understand.
Shout out to LeBron too, though.
No, respect too. I always talk noise about him. I got to, man. He's just that guy right now. But you know what? When you say that, man, I was blessed to have gotten a situation to where I was able to tour and go to Europe and all these things, go to Russia, right? Yeah. Because I got with a band that was already solidified,
It is.
And so here I am, the front man of this, and I'm seeing all this stuff like, wow.
Yeah, man.
And I'm just like, man, this is so I will always be thankful and grateful for that, man. But it doesn't happen like that for everybody.
Yeah, don't, man. But you know what? But
I'm sorry, but I worked all those years to get to that point.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying that, like, there's a special piece in it for you when you stick it out.
Right.
Had you quit any sooner, you would have never saw that opportunity.
Exactly.
That's just it, and that's it, man. It's like, bro, I didn't do nothing special, bro.
Yeah.
I literally, I was in music 10 years before I got my first placement, what I would consider my first official placement.
Right.
And I seen so many people fall off in that first 10 years, bro. Laughing at me, bro. Like, man, what you doing, bro? Okay. You know what I mean?
This is me. This is who I am, and this is what I love, man. And once again, the discipline, your father, the military, all those things, man, were the foundation to create your greatness and allow your creativity to blossom, man. So that's beautiful. So let me ask you this, man. We're really getting close to the end. Who is Willpower beyond the music?
Man, I'm a father. You know what I'm saying? I'm a husband. I'm a God-fearing man. I'm trying my best to like stay as grounded as I can, bro.
Right. Hey, listen, Star Wars. Listen, there is no try. It's do or do not.
Yeah, dog. And that, I mean, really, bro, that's it, man. It ain't a whole lot else to it. Like, I'm getting up, man, getting dressed just like everybody else, and hitting the gym, trying to drop weight, and I'm just doing what I do, man. And I try not to, but I am blessed, man, to have the connections I have and to know some of the people I know. So I don't take that for granted, man. Every day I'm just around thanking God that it is what it is.
Indeed.
But
no doubt about it, my brother.
Man. I ain't nothing special, bro. Let's go.
No, don't say that. You can be humble all you want to, man. I'll big you up, though, man. I'll give you all the respect in the world, man. So, why is Bandwidth Movement a must-watch and listen?
Bandwidth is it's a must-watch because we are the beginning of, I don't know how to put it. We're the beginning of a mixture of a lot of things. Like, we're trying to be genre agnostic. I'm not really tripping, bro. We named it Bandwidth because we have the bandwidth for it. That's the way we look at it. And honestly, man, I just think we're something new, man. We're what Def Jam was. We're what we're what TDE is, man. And I just want to get that opportunity, man. And I'm working really hard at that right now. You know what I'm saying? I think that I'm trying to launch something that's like for everybody, and you might come over here and you might hear you might hear anything, bro. Cause like right now, I'm definitely working on some heavy rock stuff. I'm working on some country stuff. I got some hip hop. I got instrumentals. I got all kinds of stuff, man. So, I am proud to say, man, that it's a producer driven entity. So, man, and I don't expect it to always be, led by me, but it will be led by production. You know what I'm saying? I think that production, in my opinion, is a slept on art form. People don't want to say it, but I'll say it. It's like, bro, beats matter, bro. It really matters. Production matters.
1 billion percent. So want me to, so let me tell you what I say. I say that the beat and the music gets you.
Yeah.
The lyrics will keep you. But that beat, you got to start off with that first. If it's trash, man, ain't nobody messing with nothing else part of that song.
Bro, I could go even further, man. It's like, bro, I mean, we're tribal, man. You know what I'm saying? And the music is the tribal piece of it, man. And then, the lyrics are more spiritual to some extent. It's like that's where you add the spirituality to it. Like it could be a dark spirit, it could be a bright spirit, whatever's being put on top of the tribal music is one thing. But it's like, man, I mean, bro, the rhythm of it, man, it just it's what matters to me. And so I really want to try, just really keep building that and making that be what it is.
I love that, man. So going into that, what can we expect from Willpower and Bandwidth brand for the remainder of 2026?
Man, I'm really just trying to, I don't know. I know that I'm prepared. You know what I'm saying? I got some incredible albums that are, on the hard drive. I got some incredible deals in the making. We got a crazy vision for what we're trying to do. We trying to stay out the way because, politics in the world is like on a different swing right now.
Yes, sir.
But, we going to stay 10 toes down with our vision, man. And hopefully we will break through in I plan to be seen in 2026.
Ain't no hopefully, man.
Yeah.
Listen, what Dick Gregory say, man?
Yeah.
Rich people don't hope, man. They go out there and make things happen. Man.
That's it. Well, I mean, we definitely that. You know what I'm saying?
You're doing that. I just wanted to
doing that.
Don't forgive me for cutting you off. Like, listen, I'm just telling you.
It's a touch of humility. That's it.
Yeah, I got you. Listen,
I'm not gonna let you do it. But don't get it twisted, man. We definitely know where we headed with this. So, I'm just trying to, you know how it is, man. It's like you just want to keep it.
Yes.
Keep it
like that, so I got you. I
keep it tucked until I can't keep it tucked.
Right. Yeah. See, this is my show, so say I just want to be wide open and do what I do. But when it comes to that humility, I am exactly the same way.
Yeah, it's like Jid said, keep it tucked until it's time to up that fire.
Indeed. Okay, so the last question I have for you, man, is what was the last song you listened to? The very last song.
Oh, man. Actually, man, I just listened to a song I just produced with Everlast, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, too, man. We got a really controversial song coming out.
Really?
Yeah. And it's important, man. It's a song that's sort of, I don't want to say it's anti-ice, but it's anti-ice. You know what I mean? And what is that? It's revolutionary music, man. And I'm excited about it. It unexpectedly happened because, Everlast and I have become friends over the last year through something else he was doing.
Got you.
But we had never got in, and, man, we finally just started hanging a little bit, man. And then, bro, we wrote a record that was crazy. And so I got the master back today from Irvin. And so that's really what I've been listening to. But if I had to say anything outside of that, though, bro, I really been riding around, man, to West Side Gun, bro.
Oh, really?
Man, look. I just been stuck, man. The hills have eyes, but I've been stuck listening to that jump, man. So
yeah. No doubt. I like to ask that question because you don't know what we as creatives are listening to because we listen to everything. And quick story before I get to the thing because the floor is going to be yours here in a sec.
Yeah.
Quick thing. So when I was with Stuck Mojo, man, we did a show over in Germany.
Yeah.
Everlast on the night that we performed. Everlast was the headliner.
Yeah.
And so the guys came because I was the new dude for Stuck Mojo. So his guys came and they watched our set. And after I got off the stage, they was like, hey, man, that was great. We loved it. And I was just like, hey, man, when are you guys going on? They was like, we're going later. I said, I'm coming back to check you guys out most definitely.
Yeah.
You know? And I said, where's Everlast? And they said, oh, he's back in the green room. So I was just like, okay, let me go back into the green. I said, is he cool? Is he what? He said, they were like, nah, go talk to him.
Yeah.
He's chill. He's sitting in there. So he was in there stringing his guitar, right?
Come on.
So I walk in, and now I'm kind of like, be calm. Don't, you know what I'm saying?
Don't fan out.
Yeah, don't fan out, because really I keep it inside. I really don't do that, but I keep it inside. I was like, don't fan out. And so I just sat there and we just kind of talked while he was just stringing his guitar. And you know, in my mind, I wanted to say like, man, can we do a song together, man? Can we just do a song together, man? I wanted to say that, but out of respect, that that's how I am. You talk about humility. I was like, nah, I don't want to disturb him. I didn't want to disturb him, but I just wanted to let him know that I had the utmost respect for him.
Yeah,
I appreciate all that he's done. So I just said like, hey, I'm coming. I'm going to check out the show later on. And I came and I was on the side of the stage over there and I just had a ball, man. It was beautiful, man.
Yeah, man.
Nah, he's a Everlast story.
Yeah, he's a really good dude, man.
Oh, no doubt.
He's fire, bro.
No doubt. So the floor is yours, young man. Please feel free to speak your mind and let our watchers and listeners know where and how they can support your magnificent Bandwidth movement.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, Bandwidth is the label. We just rebranded it. It's now Bandwidth Recordings. Mm-hmm. We also have Bandwidth Nashville, which is our studio. And, of course, when we were in Atlanta, it was Bandwidth Atlanta. But we decided to go ahead and turn it into Bandwidth Recordings. We don't have a site quite yet. Mm-hmm. We're still working that part out.
Okay.
But willpower.com is still up, and that's WLPWR.com. That's where you'll be able to go here soon to get the vinyl, get the project. We're working now to try to figure out how to do one of those early releases, exclusive releases where we can get people like involved and, try to build a fan base and a following with people that we can really reach and, touch those folks. And then we'll go public with everybody else. But just check back there every now and then, man. I mean, I got your info though, so I'll just tap in with you when I'm ready to launch everything, man. But
I got you no matter what.
Man, listen, we just whatever support people want to give, man, we're going to be gracious to receive that, man. So, but it's up. No, but I'm going to tell you now, my album is called Virgo Super Cluster, and it's jamming. I'm going to say that now, dog. I think we've got, 13 joints on there, bro. It's out of control. It's really good, bro. And matter of fact, the one song that's been playing on all my footage, that song is actually up on Streaming Network. I just hadn't talked about it because only reason I put it out was so that I could get my artist name. Mm-hmm. And so, but if you want to go check that out, it's over there, man. It's on all it's called Free Game. The record's called Free Game.
Yes, indeed.
And it's jamming, but it's only one of the songs on the project. So, but we'll be announcing that soon. The vinyl's being done, so I'll let you know.
No, man, excited about it. I'm telling you, man. I'm super excited about it because what I've heard already, I'm just like, man, Will doing work, man.
Doing work, man.
I love it because anything that sparks my mind like that to start immediately freestyling or whatever like that, it's the vibe, man. Just like you say, it's the music.
Listen, we led with that one because it was, I don't know if you remember my podcast, but there used to be like I used it as the music for my podcast, and so I didn't want to give up none of the other records. And I was like, but then I realized I was like, ain't nobody really heard this one, so it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
Still, yes, indeed. No, I got you, man.
I appreciate you, though.
And no, man, thank you, man. I really appreciate you and your family. Anytime you want to come back and talk about anything, man, I don't care what it is. It's free zone, your safe zone.
Let's go.
It's all love, man. So, man, I appreciate you. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap on another powerful conversation right here on Live and Loud with the Lord. Salute to my special guest who is a true visionary, culture builder, and multi-platinum mind. Yes, indeed. And to everyone watching and listening, thank you for rocking with us. And as always, I thank you for taking the time to spend some time. And until next time, Do your best to lead with love and follow with faith. I am the Lord. Nelson, that is. And this is my special guest, the incomparable Willpower Man with Rocket Recordings. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Let's go.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man.
You are now rocking with Live and Loud with the Lord.
Nelson, that is.
Turn it up. You're listening to Live and Loud with the Lord, Nelson, that is.